Hi, I'm Angel Barreto. I'm the executive chef of Anju in Washington, D.C. I connect to Korean food because both of my parents lived in Korea when I was younger. I grew up eating Korean food, hearing stories about Korea. When I first started my first culinary job, I told the chef I wanted to cook Korean food. And so I was actually able to create a tasting menu at Wolfgang Puck the Source based off of Korean food. The way I cook is like Icarus. I look at the sun, I want to fly there, I want to explore, I want to dream. Your diaspora does not dictate where you can go in life. And that's one thing my mother and father very much instilled in me is like, if I have a dream and I want to accomplish it, as long as I do it with passion and it's coming from a place of love and not a place of hubris, I should be able to do it. The things that are most popular here that people really identify with is obviously mandu, pork and kimchi dumpling that we steam and then pan fry. We go through about 4 trays of dumplings a day, which is almost like 400 dumplings. So during the pandemic, it was quite difficult. We did whatever we had to take for our restaurant to make sure we survived, make sure our staff was doing well. Myself and my sous chef, we worked 6 weeks straight to make sure we were getting some extra income and we were able to pay our bills and do things. And coming out of that, it helped me realize I need to slow down a little bit and that I put some self-care into myself. Coming out of the pandemic, the most important thing for myself was to make sure I have an identity outside of the kitchen. I've worked here for almost 10 years. I was always around DC. My father worked at the White House from the Clinton administration to the end of the Obama administration. DC is such a great place for food. The diaspora of people that come here for dreams and they want to accomplish things. And our food scene very much reflects that. I love the camaraderie. I love the vibrance and the energy of DC. One of my favorite places is Ben's Chili Bowl, iconically DC. There's no other place like it in the world. Known for their half smoke. So if you're gonna stop in DC, you're definitely gonna come here first. So Ben's Chili Bowl is really special to DC because some of the most prolific leaders in DC came here. Martin Luther King came here. At the time it was known as Black Wall Street, so there was a plethora of affluent African Americans that were coming in and out of Ben's Chili Bowl. It was a cornerstone of the community. So my connection to Ben's Chili Bowl was when President Obama was elected, my father came in with a delegation of people on Inauguration Day, stopped by Ben's Chili Bowl and got some half smokes. My dad came back home and said, these are really delicious, you gotta try it. So I knew instantly I had to come to Ben's Chili Bowl. The chili is a family recipe, only the family knows it. They have it like pre-packaged, they drop it off to them and they start to make it. So it's still a very secretive recipe. So it's very iconic DC. I come to Ben's Chili Bowl before work because my job is literally 2 minutes away. I grab a half smoke, I grab a milkshake, some chili cheese fries, and I'm ready to go. So for some reason in DC, we love brunch. So when I can escape the restaurant for brunch, I try to slide over to Lutèce. Fantastic French food with a modern twist, using fresh ingredients, beautiful plate ups, and just awesome flavors. I went to French culinary school, so I love the takes that Chef Matt Conroy does on classical French dishes that just really make sense, have great flavor, and look beautiful. There's no place like this in the city that does food this way. So if I come to brunch, I definitely want to order these dishes. Nice amount of varying flavors, not too heavy, really delicious. So pain perdu is like one of my favorite dishes when I normally go to France. The bread they use is really fantastic. So when you eat it all together, it's just an amalgamation of really delicious flavors. Mushroom hash, what makes it special is you think it would be super heavy, but it's not. It's very umami rich. All the textures you have in it, it's almost like a symphony in your mouth. Avocado toast. So what I love about this is the creaminess of the avocado and the lime that really cuts through. There's some sesame seeds, a little bit of chili on here, and the radishes. The bread just adds the extra depth and flavor to it from the crust. It's just so good. We're at Cotton Reed in Washington, D.C., one of the best rum bars in the city. They have not only some of the best and eclectic rums in the city, 4 to 5 different types of rum they make in-house. That make fantastic cocktails with it also. And they make seasonal rums, like an allspice dram rum that's really delicious. So I found out about Cotton Reed because I was at Union Market. I saw this really fun industrial space. I walked in and they have some really great cocktails, like this one called Liquid Nostalgia. It's basically an adult orange soda made with white rum. Super delicious, super refreshing. You can just have like 10 of them and be good. I don't think you need a good occasion to have great drinks. So any night, you would have a stressful night, you want to have a fun night. I love rum, and so it's an easy call for me to come here and have some great drinks. So we're at All Purpose Pizzeria. They have such bold flavors, and it's a little bit unique because the pizza here is Jersey-style pizza. I love this place because they have some of the best pizza in the city. They use high-quality ingredients. It's a slow fermentation of the dough, and every single time I've come here, the pizza is fantastic. I like to come to All Purpose when I'm off. I'll come and I'll have an Aperol Spritz. I'll order a pizza, some garlic knots. This is one of my favorite pizzas, Enzo the Baker. It was one of the first pizzas I had. There's some saltiness in there from the capicola bacon. There's some pickled chilies in there. There's some fresh basil. So it's like a little bit of everything all in one bite. It pairs perfectly well with this chewy crust. The crust on here is so crispy. That's how you know it's good pizza. Best in DC, hands down. One of the great things about Mike Friedman here is he also does fantastic cookies and desserts, and one of my favorites is this giant chocolate chip cookie he does. Baked to order, Nutella, hazelnuts, and a little sweet cream. This is definitely over the top. DC is really much a melting pot of people, and our food scene very much reflects that.